Hi friends, I just wanted to show you that this stuff in here is actually milk fermented for 25 hours. So it's ready, it's already separated, and I've been pouring it in to a jar to take out separate the SCOBY, and there's a lot of it and it looks like cottage cheese. This is what it looks like. See that? It looks a lot like cottage cheese. I got a lot of it this time. You can use any milk, which is, I believe I just used regular milk, low fat, in the dairy section, and it worked fine. Let me see which one it was. It was here. Altadena brand, which I know is a good one. And that's what I used for this time. And I've used coconut milk, I've used organic milk. They just turn out differently each time you use a different milk. And you just use a spatula, and like I'm doing here, and just be patient and it'll eventually drip through because it's very thick. That's normal. And then what you get in the jar is the part that you're going to be drinking, maybe flavoring. You could do all kinds of things with natural fruit. You could get pineapple flavoring. This one's organic. I got it online. And there's tons and tons of flavors that the company has. A company called Flavor Essence. It's really delicious. So you can do that, but it doesn't sweeten it when you add those flavor extracts. If you want it sweet, you need to add a sweetener. Molasses, honey, organic sugar, anything like that. But if you use real fruit, you're going to have natural sweeteners in there already. So it's up to you as to what you like, but most people are not used to the taste of kefir that's plain. It's kind of like plain yogurt. So they flavor it various ways. You can blend it, make smoothies with it, protein powder you can add to it. So you can do all kinds of things with it. So pouring it, watch it. See the consistency of that coming out? It's very thick, lumpy. Definitely needs to be separated, strained. This time I'm very lucky though. I'm getting quite a bit of milk, SCOBY, on this round, and I've been hoping that would happen because you just never know. That means they're healthy, and you feed them with different things like the proteins in milk have sugar anyway, so that helps feed them right there. It just takes 24 hours some days, sometimes longer, but it just depends on what you're using. I've used light and regular coconut milk and it worked out, but it really works out better with the dairy milk that I've tried, like the Altadena was the best turnout ever, and organic brands that I've seen in the grocery store. It's a lot. It's quite a process, so as you can see, it doesn't drip out real quickly because it's so thick. That's why it's taking longer to pour through than if you were doing like a water kefir or coconut water kefir. Those are different grains than milk kefir grains. But once you start them, just keep feeding them, use them over and over again. Eventually you'll get the hang of it and you'll be saving yourself a lot of money and getting a lot of nutrition, and your stomach will thank you for it. And once in a while, I over ferment things, and they turn into kind of an alcoholic drink. And if you don't want that, you might want to beware of that. Just taste it. You can tell if it's been over fermented, because it will have, you'll feel it. You'll feel a little if you're sensitive to alcohol. And a lot of people don't want that. Some do. But I love experimenting here, and the coconut flakes, the organic coconut flakes, do need to be sifted if you ever use those with any of your kefir drinks, because they're going to be in there, and they're going to be solids. So if you want it more like a liquid, then of course you might have to go through and remove that. It looks nicer, it's easier to take in. I'm surprised that most of the kefir was not at the bottom like usual. That's pretty much empty, and that's pretty much what I'm left with here. After the pouring in, I'm left with this much. I mean, I can go through and strain it again, but it's a personal preference whether you want to do that or not. But you can kind of see there's whey in there, which is good for you. And it's kind of a separation. So give it a try and see how it goes for you. Thanks for watching Nicole Health, Beauty, and More. Bye bye now.